no matter the location. From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider.
Raider Nation, what's going on? You are watching the Raiders Report. Today's show presented by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com/Raiders. 20% off and free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. I go live every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. So if you're not seeing your question on the show, it's because you didn't join us live. So join us live. That way you can get featured like Tim White. You're first up here, my man. Draft Alabama receiver DeVonta Smith, round 1. Sign Leonard Williams, Shaq Barrett, and donkey safety. Perfect offseason. So absolutely love Justin Simmons first off. The issue with DeVonta Smith is he's not going to fall to the Raiders. I'd be very, very surprised if he falls down to 16. He's going to be the number 1 receiver number 2 receiver behind Jamar Chase. Leonard Williams, yes, absolutely. Shaq Barrett's a good edge rusher, but he's built more for a 3-4 scheme. If we're going to go out and get an edge, you guys might hate me for saying this, Yannick Ngakoue I definitely think is a name to think about, but Justin Simmons is the number 1 free agent the Raiders need to target this offseason. Alex Lawson, you're next up here. Raiders need a defensive tackle. If every DT is on the board when the Raiders are picking, who would you take? Okay, this is a draft question. This is a good one. So I know before I've said a name like Kwity Paye. I went back. I've watched more tape. I'm going to switch up my answer here. I'm going to draft Marvin Wilson, defensive tackle from Florida State. And I've kind of seen that he's probably the number 1 DT in this class, and I don't know if it's really close the more and more tape I watch. He's a big body. 6'5", 300 pounds, and he's a run clogger. He can also get after the quarterback as well. When I've really seen the Raiders struggle this year is not because Max, he's solid. Cleveland's also solid on the outside, but they really lack an interior presence. You go out, you get a player like Marvin Wilson from Florida State. If he's available at 16, he's the number 1 DT on my board, but DT might not be the biggest need for the Raiders. I'm still thinking of other edge rushers that, they could potentially go out and get. All right, continue to use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat to get on the show. And I don't want you to miss out for our watch party, which is going to be on Sunday. It's the last one of the year, y'all. It breaks my heart. I was hoping I was going to be able to do a playoff one, but unfortunately, Week 17 will be the final game for the Raiders, and I don't want y'all to miss it. We're going to be doing a lot of wild stuff. We're going to be bringing out the roulette wheel. Going to go out with a bang, no doubt about it. So if you want to be able to join other like 80,000 Raider fans for a play-by-play tailgating experience unlike anything else, subscribe. Join me 10 minutes before kickoff, Raiders against the Broncos. Seriously, go down. Click that big red button that says subscribe. Super Chat time. Anthony Taylor, Raiders. I know Ruggs is fast and all, but was he the right wide receiver for us? Also, Arnette not looking so good for as high as we drafted him. I was not high on the Ruggs pick. I gave it a C grade, and Arnette, I gave it a D grade. Arnette, for me, was a third-round prospect, so I'm not really surprised that it hasn't worked out in our favor. In terms for Ruggs, I liked Ruggs, but he was not the number 1 receiver on my board. I had Jerry Jeudy above him. I had CeeDee Lamb above him, and yeah, I had him above Justin Jefferson, but now looking back on it, the fact that they didn't take CeeDee Lamb, I think we can all see why that probably was a mistake. But I would do curious, because you bring up Arnette and you bring up Henry Ruggs. Out of the 2 players that you see on screen right now, who do you think has been the bigger bust so far? I'm curious. Type 20 for Damon Arnette, or I want you to type 11 from Henry Ruggs, because even though Ruggs has been a disappointment, and even though Arnette's been a disappointment, the reason why I'm going to go with Ruggs is because I honestly thought Ruggs was going to be better. I was never really that high on Damon Arnette. So to say that he's a bust for me, I'm not too surprised that he's struggled. I'm not. I'm sorry. So I'm going to type 11 because I just had higher hopes for Henry Ruggs. Super Chat from Dolomite X, man. Manscaped is just another set of tools. I work the oil fields. Mama uses more than I do, but it's just the scent. Drives her crazy. Honestly, Manscaped's incredible products. Like, every single thing that I've ever used from them has been awesome, and they are a big reason why we're able to continue to do shows. So what I want you guys to do right now, I need a little bit of a favor here. So I told Manscaped that Raider Nation shows out, and I don't want you guys to let me down. So I need you guys to go to Manscaped's Instagram page. While you're there, give them a follow. They got unbelievable content. Seriously, follow them at Manscaped. Like, they are hilarious. Like, salute to them. But I need you to go comment Raiders on their most recent post. So I already did it. And the post is absolutely perfect. It's the one that says, "Your balls will thank you," okay? So as you can see, I already chanted Raiders. I want every single person that watches this show to give Manscaped a follow and just spam Raiders. Like, you can type it one time, put it in 10 times, 20 times. They told me that we wouldn't get more Raiders than Cowboys. So Tom did this last week. They got a bunch of Cowboys. I said we're going to get more Raiders. So help me out here. Manscaped made today's show possible. They've been doing a great job helping us out. So give them a follow on Instagram at Manscaped. They produce fun content, and go show them that Raider Nation's not going to let us down. Can you do that for me? I sure hope so. And also, hey, if you want to yourself a perfect package, go ahead and do it. The way you do it is go to manscaped.com/Raiders, 20% off and free shipping on the best male grooming products out there. The Lawnmower 3.0 has got a battery life of 8 hours. You can use it in the shower. There's also no tug when you use it. It will lead to some tugging later on. Make sure your Nathan Peterman's looking great. Make sure your Ken Stabler continues to be able to spit that venom, and you can go ahead and get it. Manscaped.com/Raiders. If you don't understand those jokes, are you even a Raiders fan? I don't know. All right, this next one's coming in from Jake Gronsky. Who is a realistic dream pick for the Raiders in round one? Realistic dream pick. Okay, so a player that's probably available for them somewhere in the middle of the draft that fills a major need. I'm going to go this route. I'm going to go edge rusher, Gregory Rousseau. I love what Rousseau is able to bring. He's a little bit lanky, still needs to be able to fill into his body a little bit. I've seen some Art and Key comparisons. That's not fair to Rousseau whatsoever. But how about this? We talked about Marvin Wilson a little bit earlier on the show. So if you had to pick between Gregory Rousseau, edge, or Marvin Wilson from Florida State, who would you go with? Would you go with the guy from the Hurricanes? Yes, he did sit out this year. Keep that in mind. But his production is incredible, and I think his upside is totally there. He reminds me a lot of a guy like Josh Allen, not the quarterback, but the edge rusher that the Raiders passed on for Klee. I like Furl a lot. He's improved a lot, but I think we can all agree he has not been as good as Josh Allen. So let me know. Gregory Rousseau, GR, or Marvin Wilson, ML. What up, Trips YT? What position should we go for in the draft in the first round? And names. Okay, so Gregory Rousseau, Marvin Wilson are two names that I've already brought up. If you're looking for a number one receiver, I'm going to say pass on receiver. Defensive tackle, edge rusher, safety. Those are your three biggest needs. Also, shout out to Henry Gonzalez for the $10 super chat. Much love to you. I still think, though, safeties-wise, you can get other safeties in free agency that you might not be able to get in the draft. But if you can get Javon Holland, definitely think about him in round two. CB, what up, man? Should the Raiders get some new cornerbacks because Nevin Lawson and Damon Arnette haven't done that good? Trayvon Mullen's going to be your number one corner. Maybe if you can make him a number two corner, that might help out your defense. You're going to obviously keep Damon Arnette. You drafted him in round one. Nevin Lawson, I think you say bye-bye to, let him go, or you could potentially re-sign him. He is a free agent. But there's a lot of good cornerbacks out there right now that you could at least think about going out and signing.